I start off any prospect list by basically defining who I need to reach out to. So usually when we have clients, they have their ICP criteria, they have them uploaded, right? They have some documentation on that, which we can give to our AI, and then the AI will basically make sense out of that for us. So this will like be the main thing that we will have to look for so that we can actually build these lists properly. Now, if I talk about ICP, a lot of people just immediately have these avatars in their mind. Some people might not have anything in mind. If you don't know what ICP means, it's basically ideal client profile, right? It's like the ideal customer profile, the ideal target audience that you basically have. And a lot of people have like certain names given to these avatars. Like you might say, my typical customer is John. He's 37 years old. He drives a 911 and he likes to play golf, and he's into like sports equipment stuff. You could have that avatar, right? When I talk about ICP criteria, I mean specifically what kind of companies are we looking at, right? Like what do they have in common? And then at those companies, what kind of people are we looking for, right? So we have these two stages which are going to be super important for later on. So we have the companies, right? Let's just build a nice house. Boom. This is a company, right? C for company. Boom. This is your company. This is the first stage. And then the second stage is people at those companies. Yes. For ICP criteria, we first only look at companies. And this has a very practical reason. If you're using Apollo or LinkedIn is actually a very good example for this. Yeah, that's also like, all of these are pretty nice examples, but most people that are going to watch this, they are very familiar with LinkedIn Sales Navigator by chance, right? You've sent maybe a couple direct messages to people, connection requests, etc. If you have been using LinkedIn, you'll see that you have both the company search, the account search, and then you have the people search, right? Most people go straight to the people search, which then results in a lot of different people that are not fit for your like criteria, right? And that's usually because filtering on a people level is super hard. And there's a very nice reason for it, actually. Because this person, right, if they have been in the game for more than a couple of years, they have not only been at this specific company that you're looking for, but they have been in maybe a couple others as well, right? And that history in those databases is messing up the accuracy. So company history of this person is messing up your email lists or your data accuracy. Because now if you go into LinkedIn and you search for, let's say you're looking for software companies, right? You might be looking for software companies, but this specific person might have been in a software company in a past life and is now just chilling in the woods. Maybe retired, right? Maybe a crypto pump billionaire. You don't even know. You have no idea. So this is going to make it super hard for you, because you'll go ahead and you'll search for head of sales at software companies that have worked at software companies for at least 3 years. He might be a fit for that, but the data might be outdated, right? Super bad, super annoying. This is the main reason why most, like, if you get cold emails and they are like super irrelevant and they're referencing stuff from your past life, that's exactly why. They are going for people search immediately. That's the main problem, right? So what we do is we do company search first only, right? So we will go ahead and then figure out what the software companies look like, right? How many employees? Boom, employees. Region, right? Maybe based on LTV or revenue that they currently generate. What else? News, right? Let's say they have a Series A funding. What else? Stuff like that, right? I don't want to make it too complicated, but stuff like that. That's going to be the thing that you're looking for. And as soon as you have those companies, you will then have, let me do something real quick. Let me draw. Great, draw. Boom. This is your spreadsheet. Look at this amazing spreadsheet, right? You'll have the spreadsheet, right? Boom. This is your spreadsheet. And this spreadsheet will only contain companies.